My name is Muhammad Nair. I'm a GC student. I'm going to introduce a project that we made, me and 4 other members, Hazem Abdalim, Salma Ghunaim, Rana Talat, and Mariam Mahran. Today, the project we thought about is a smart way to count attendance of the student who attended the lecture or class in general. That they use the card of the GC to enter the lecture or the class, and then by this ID we can count who attended and who didn't. This project can be expanded to cover all the activities in the GC or any other place. We can keep track of who attended which activity and keep track of these files in a reliable storage, and then we use it after then in more projects that help make things easy for the students and make things easy for the university to monitor its students. Now we're going to start by Salma Ghunaim and Mariam Mahran to introduce the flow of data inside the project.
Hi, my name is Salma. Me and Mariam are going to talk to you about the logic. At the beginning, the LCD shows that the class is closed. This means that the teacher hasn't entered the classroom yet. The class automatically begins when the teacher enters the classroom. We know that she's the teacher because this ID is a special ID that says that she's a teacher. Whenever she enters, the class begins and students can enter. Okay, and the class this way. Here it says that the class has started and the count of students inside is 0. Okay. Whenever she's done with her tutorial, she swipes her special ID again and it says that the class is ended. Of course, here nobody entered, so no one is attended. But when actually students enter, after this, students who attended, their IDs will be displayed on the LCD. This is done by calculating the total time each student spends inside the class, and if it is equal or more than 75% of the total time of the class, he is considered attended and his ID is displayed on the LCD. Now Mariam is going to complete with you.
Hello, my name is Mariam and I'm going to continue about the logic of the program. When the instructor swipes her ID, the class starts and now students can enter the class. For each student in the program, there exists a special struct object that contains all the information associated with this student. This struct object contains a flag bit that indicates whether the student is inside the class or outside of it currently. It also contains the total time this student has spent inside the class and the timing of the last action this student has performed. This action can be that the student got inside the class or got outside of it. Each student has a special ID card. This ID card, when swiped on the RFID chip, the ID is detected, and then the program checks whether this ID exists in the student list of this class. If the ID exists, then the program checks whether the student is inside the class or outside of it. If the student is inside the class, the door is opened and the count is decremented as the student has got out. If he's outside the class, the count is then incremented. Now Maher will talk about how the LCD works.
Hello, it's Muhammad Nair again. I'm going to talk about the LCD we used. Here the LCD can display 32 characters in 2 lines, 16 characters in each line. It's simple. We downloaded a library that can display these characters on the LCD. We can adjust from where we start on the LCD. We can zoom into the scene. We can adjust from where we can start characters, and we can move them. We can make some nice movement with the LCD characters. We use the LCD to display the state of the class, whether it hasn't started yet or has it finished. We use it also if it has started. We display the count of the student inside the class, and if it has ended, we then display the students who has attended. And even if there was a fire inside of the class, we display the word fire, and Rana will talk about the smoke detector at the end, and that's it. Now Hazem, we're going to continue with you and talk about the RFID. Sure.
Hello. Today we're going to talk about RFID system. It's short for radio frequency identification. RFID mainly consists of 2 parts: RFID readers and RFID tags. These are the tags. RFID reader continuously sends radio waves with a specific frequency and he reads back the reflected width from the tags, and if this width is within a specific range, so this he can identify this object. Okay. RFID tags consist of there are three types in the market: passive tags and semi-passive tags and active tags. Okay. For example, these tags, we use the blue one for instructor, and we use 3 blue tags for students. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Rana Talat. I'm going to talk about the smoke sensor that we used in our project. We used the smoke sensor MQ2 in order to detect the case of a fire, that the door should be opened automatically without the need of an RID. The smoke sensor MQ2 has 4 pins: A node, D node, ground, and VCC. We use the digital pin as it can be read with the digital input of the Arduino. The smoke sensor then outputs a voltage that is proportional to the concentration of the smoke or gas in the air. Thus, if this concentration is high, then it means that fire is detected and the LED and the buzzer should be on. We handled this in the code by making an if condition that if the digital input coming from the smoke detector is high, then the door should be open, and then we set the buzzer pin to 1 and the red LED pin to 1, and the LED that indicates that the door is open should be set to 1 also, and it is also indicated on the LCD that a fire is detected.